here's the deal: is I've got a guy that I trust. He's one of the lead detectives on this. Would you be willing to talk to him, and your name would stay out of the whole thing?
If I talk to anybody else who wants to talk over the phone, I need somebody to make them know that I'm talking to.
I got you. If you help us figure out where this dude's body is, we're not gonna name you up. We're gonna keep things quiet. So, do you have any idea where this guy's at?
What I could catch, and I don't want to know. And I'm taking a big risk talking over the phone and telling you all this, and I hear this man coming up the stairs.
Police began searching for 69-year-old William Gray. When investigators arrived at his home, the door was locked and no one responded.
Who are they? Oh, they blocked your driveway. Could be our callers, checking the welfare too. Look.
I'm actually trying to have my dad been missing for a couple of days.
That's why we're here.
Oh, okay.
So, just wait, you have the lease here or whatever.
Andrea.
Okay. Have you tried? What about a cell phone?
I've been calling all day, all of them. I just know that he never not answer the phone.
Okay.
Because he's a loan shark, so he usually picks up his money. I got people calling me talking about he never picked up his money.
Okay.
So
How much money was he supposed to pick up?
it's anywhere probably from 1,000 or more, you know.
Where does he usually pick up his money?
Everywhere, just people,
Okay.
random people that borrow. Like he's known to have money on him, and then people owe him, he gets mad.
Okay.
William Gray's daughter had informed her father had been known to carry large sums of money, which would definitely give a motive for somebody in order to hurt him or whether to rob him of his money or to settle out a debt that may have been owed to him.
But you guys don't have a key or a way in here?
No.
Okay.
His car hasn't been here the last couple of days either.
Did you talk to your dad in person or on the phone?
On the phone.
William's daughter tells police she last spoke with him 2 days earlier, on the morning of December 28th.
Well, how about this? If you find out anything, give us a call.
Okay.
If
You
I
got
find-
a card or something?
if I find anything, I'll give you a call. I'll write down my name for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he might be in a little bit of trouble you don't know about it.
Hey, y'all getting a call like a missing person report?
Yeah,
We great.
yeah. Anything you can tell me about it?
I got a phone call. Man, it been twisted upside down. They found his body in the trunk of a car, of his own car. I said, what? No. She said, yeah, we walking out the door right now and gonna find out more what happened, see what happened to him. I said, call me back soon as possible.
When we talked to Gordon, he told us that what he had been hearing is that William had been killed and been put in the trunk of his own vehicle. So at that point, I was trying to figure out what vehicle does William drive? Does he own more than one vehicle? Because at this point, we're thinking if we find William's vehicle, we'll likely find either evidence or William himself.
He either not dead, somebody made a lie up.
Well, let's hope it's a lie.
I'm hoping that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it's a lie.
Well, there was a sense of urgency because we didn't know if Mr. Gray was deceased or if he was maybe laying somewhere needing medical attention in his car, abandoned somewhere. We didn't know.
When the property owner arrived, police entered the house and began their search.
Well, anybody here?
So when we get into William's apartment and are looking around to the officer, nothing looks disturbed. There's no signs of forced entry. There's no sign of any sort of a struggle in the apartment. But while the officer's on scene, the neighbor comes up and starts to recall different items that she remembered being in the apartment that were now not there.
He would have this chair by his cooler right there, and I would sit right here, and it was something sitting right here, and the whole thing is gone.
Yeah.
The whole thing is gone.
Now we don't know if somebody had broken in, and it just adds another layer to our investigation.
Things can get escalated and out of hand real quick, and that's what goes on with them. They come over here and they might be drinking already, or Will might be in a good mood. They can present themselves all nice. Go upstairs, we'll offer more drink, and before it's over, they up there fussing and arguing, I'm hearing them tussling, and me and my dog just coming to the rescue again. But like I said, we'll get a lot of people coming over here banging on the door.
The neighbor reports the relationship isn't always the best, and when you have a domestic situation where there's volatility in that relationship, that can lead to animosity, and there's possibly some things missing. So we have a lot of unknowns, which is very frustrating to have such a broad investigation at this point, really know where to kind of pinpoint or aim our focus.
A guy called me last night and said that Will was found dead in his trunk. He called me late last night, and that's how I know that.
It's getting thicker and thicker. We need to figure it out.
I can call him back. I'm going to call him back.
Yeah. If you can figure something out, we sure would appreciate it.
So your aunt told you that she was positive that Will got found in the trunk of his car dead. So you saying that they found him by that hot East pizza down there on Western? On Birdie.
Not just because someone might believe that somebody's dead, they might not be. It was obviously very urgent that we need to find him and his vehicle in hopes that he was still alive.
Investigators searched for William's car, but it was missing. With few leads, they contacted his girlfriend, Mariah, and began interviewing her.
What have you heard happen?
I heard that he was injured real bad and that he was in the hospital, and I had to check to see if he was in the hospital.
Why did you call?
Because they told me that something happened to him and she didn't know where he was. And she was in a real panic, and I said, well, you need to call the hospital. She said, well, I don't even know how to call the hospital. I said, I'll call you back. So I called the hospital. I called her back and let her know that they didn't have no record of him being in there, but they said, since I guess whatever happened to him, something happened or whatever, that they can't tell me that he's going under an alias, or they can't tell anybody if he's there or not. Because I guess he was assaulted or whatever.
And when you told that?
Yeah, and I told him you can't find him. Then I called his daughter. Oh, he even told that somebody said he was in the hospital. But I couldn't find his name, and then that she got hold of him. She's her daughter, but she said she couldn't even.
Who was saying that he was in a hospital? You know who told her?
No.
Was Mr. Gray's car there when you were there?
Well, yeah. As he was there when I was there. When I left, he was there. He was fine. He was up talking. And Miss Girl was arguing about whatever. They always arguing like nothing new.
Have you ever known her to not tell you the truth?
No. Not to me.
Did she call you later on that night?
Yeah,
so wait a minute, after you took her home the night that William went missing?
Did she what?
Did she call you after that?
Yeah, she called me. She said she was on her way home.
She did? What else did she say?
That was it.
Can you check your phone to see when she called?
Not really, because it only stores so many numbers.
Right.
Would you tell us if she told you something?
Yes, I would. I don't want no problems with nobody.
During the interview with Jules, we believed that she was leaving out key information that we thought that she knew. That's a very common obstacle that detectives have to overcome during investigations, is when people don't want to talk or don't want to provide information.
You know,
where did they go when they came in?
They came in and went to the living room. I was in the dining room at the table, and they went straight in the living room to sit down on the couch. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the reasons why I left, because it was an eerie feeling when they came into their house. I just didn't feel right.
There was nothing to hold her on or arrest her on, so she just eventually just left.
After the interview, investigators went to the house where the party was held, a home rented by a woman named Sarah.
Of the day.
Yeah. What's going on?
We're here to check Mr. Gray's welfare.
Mr. Gray not here.
Oh, okay. Well, our last report was that he was here because I guess he got robbed here or something.
Yeah, he did, but I wasn't even here.
Okay. Now, there's not like copious amounts of blood in here or anything like that.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Do you mind if I just come in, make sure that there's nothing like that? Okay.
And while searching the residence, as she allowed us to do, I noticed a smell of like cleaning solvents, almost like the effect of pine sol, that the house had been recently cleaned. And I began informing Sarah that we had reports there was assault that took place in her house, and that there was a report of a lot of blood that had been shed during this assault.
Just a little bit of spot there.
While searching the room, investigators noticed a red stain on the doorknob and stopped to examine it.
There was plenty of information to go ahead and apply for a search warrant to go ahead and process the inside of this residence to see if there was an actual crime that had occurred. Inside the residence, there was trace amounts of blood that were located on the walls of the residence and on the floor. There was also an unattached garage, and inside this garage, there was blood-stained carpet as well as paint cans that were located. There was obvious signs of cleanup and cleaning agents in the same areas where blood was found inside the residence. It was obvious that a crime had occurred and attempts were made to clean up the crime scene.
With no evidence linking Sarah to the incident, investigators did not make an arrest and continued speaking with William's friends.
I heard about his wallet being stolen, and he's supposed to have paid them or something for giving his wallet back, or something like that.
Now with this information, we've got somebody that we've talked to who is friends with William, who's given us a name of somebody who they believe would want to hurt William, and then pair that with the robbery that we had, a week before William went missing, where we know that San Jose was the person who did that. We know that we've got to find him and talk to him. So San Jose is one of those people that comes across our desks on a regular basis. I mean, he's essentially a career criminal. We know a number of things that he's been involved in the past, but is he capable of actually murdering somebody? And that's what we needed to find out.
Hi, I'm Gary. This is Brad. How you doing, man? You evidently got hooked up today, huh? Got under arrest right now. I'm sure you got questions for us. I obviously have questions for you. That's why you're here. Beefs happen every day on the street, okay? So we don't know why it's going so out of control. So we obviously want to ask some questions, okay?
Me and Will had a fight.
And you're talking about William Gray?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Me and Will had a fight on road.
Okay. On Road Street?
Yes.
Okay.
So he pushed me. And I told him, I know you're drunk.
Okay.
I'm gonna let this slide.
Okay.
But if you push me again, I'm gonna break.
Okay. Because he's old.
Yeah, he's old. He got in my face, so I stopped him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He went down, and I ran about the house. That was it. And
Okay.
then next thing you know, he said, somebody said I had his wallet. I said, I ain't got a wallet.
Right. Well, what are they saying about it?
They saying William missing, and they trying to say I was the last person seen with him. Like, I ain't seen William.
San Jose provided us the names of some other people that were present at the party. And one of the names that San Jose had provided us was Australia Wilhite.
Investigators searched for William's car, but it was missing. With few leads, they contacted his girlfriend, Mariah, and began questioning her.
Guys, you're good. Come on, slowly walk out. Keep coming. He's coming. Hands off squad. I got the blood. Keep coming around.
Easy.
Little did we know what we would find inside.
Only third floor.
So as we searched the house, we found a number of different items. We found a number of items with Australia's name on it. We found recreational drugs, a number of cell phones, and a folding knife that was kind of buried in some cushions in the living room, which we bagged up for the processing, because again, we know that the scene had been cleaned and we could have additional evidence here that may have been cleaned as well.
Police arrested Australia Wilhite, but she refused to speak without a lawyer. Later, another person who had been at the party came to the station and provided new
That's the
information.
thing, they can't intimidate me. They didn't want me to talk to you guys, and I made up my mind.
So this is very common in investigations. People want to minimize their knowledge of anything that had happened. And Nikki was explaining to us she was being cooperative, but we believed that she was leaving out key information that we thought that she knew.
Technology nowadays, like your cell phone, when you make a phone call with your cell phone, we can get information from the phone company, okay, which will give us a cell phone tower, and we'll be able to put you in certain locations.
Take your phone and do what you gotta do, because people been calling my phone, telling me what's going on. I don't know nothing.
Okay, well, what are they telling you? Why would they call you?
I don't know.
Because you know something.
No, I don't.
I've been doing this job for 20 years, and I've seen a lot of people suffer because of this type of stuff. It tears people apart. Yeah, it's not fair. Nobody gives the right to another person to take someone else's life. If you were me right now, you just pretend that you're the police and you have a family that's trying to find this man. Okay? Who do you think I should talk to? Yep.
I would have to talk to Senator Rice.
She starts to shed light on one of the people who was there who made her feel uncomfortable at the party.
Nikki provided investigators with the name Shenandoah Rice, a man who had argued with William and his girlfriend. Investigators contacted him, and he agreed to come in for an interview.
We really appreciate you talking to us tonight, taking the time out. We know what happened, but we just need to hear why from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Sometimes when you show somebody a photograph of an individual, they break down right there. They start crying. They're remorseful. They don't want to see that person. So sometimes it's a lot of weight on somebody's shoulders, and they just want to tell us the information. We didn't know, but we thought we would give it a shot, and I just wanted to see what his reaction was going to be.
That's William.
That's his name?
Yeah.
When I showed the photograph of Mr. Gray to Shenandoah, he asked who that person was. And when I said it's William Gray, he said, "Oh, was that his name?" That was important to me because he referred to Mr. Gray in the past tense, like he wasn't with us anymore.
That's William. It's gonna hospital right? This is that's his car. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, you know Mr. William?
He attacked me.
He attacked you? Well, okay, how did he attack you?
He attacked me with a knife.
Okay. When?
I don't know when.
Like I told you, Ken, there's two sides to every yep. We want to hear your story.
Look, man, I was on drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Methamphetamines.
Okay.
Ice. Alcohol.
From that point on, Shenandoah acknowledges that he was inside that address on North Rose Street that night with Mr. Gray. He says that there was an altercation, but he paints a picture of self-defense by saying that Mr. Gray came at him with a knife, and which is common. People want to minimize or de-escalate the situation to make it paint a better picture for themselves.
Were you hitting him with your fist, or were you hitting him with something else?
No, I was hitting him like this.
No.
Oh, no. Did you use any other objects besides your fist? No, just your fist.
We're to the point where you were striking William on the ground in the head, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, with your fist. And then he's gurgling on blood, like kind of choking on blood.
Right.
Okay.
Not only does he admit to striking Mr. Gray in the face and in the head multiple times until he's deceased.
Now, her name I do know. Her name is the only name I know.
He also implicated Australia Wilhite. Due to the fact that he was a loan shark, Australia believed that William might have a large sum of money in his apartment. So Shenandoah explained how Australia came up with this scheme to assault William and steal the keys to his apartment. So it just escalated way out of hand. Australia was kind of the ringleader and orchestrated and directed the people inside this house during this assault and murder. She was directing people to clean up after Mr. Gray was murdered, but they didn't want to speak because they were in fear of Australia, who was directing the whole event at gunpoint.
Do you remember parking that car there? It's in a parking lot at that hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? I do.
Shenandoah then informs us that he places Mr. Gray in the trunk of his own vehicle, and then he drives him to the city of Detroit.
In the city of Detroit? Or where? Huh? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull up a map here.
So detectives travel to Detroit trying to locate a house with a collapsed roof that's abandoned, which unfortunately in Detroit there's many of those homes. So the decision was made to take Shenandoah with us so he could direct us to where he placed Mr. Gray.
Investigators later located the white Chevy Malibu, and a body was found inside.
We ended up finding a body that matched the description of what Shenandoah told us, as well as consistent with William. The feet and the hands were bound. He was naked, wrapped in a blanket, and frozen solid.
Shenandoah Rice pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, while Australia Wilhite admitted to being an accessory. Justice was finally served. William Gray's life will not be forgotten.